Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for episode number 12, I think. We are hot off the back of Living Dangerously, I believe. And we are on the final stretch, the run to Wrestlepalooza, which is, I believe, the biggest show in ECW. It's their WrestleMania, in the same month as WrestleMania as well. So best believe that we'll check the schedule, the global schedule, just to see what WWF do with their WrestleMania, because it'll be very interesting to see, all of that. But in this episode we've got the first two of the month, next episode the next two of the month, and then the third one after that we've got Wrestlepalooza. So lots of things to book. We already know that Taz is the new number one contender for Shane Douglas's ECW World Heavyweight Championship, so that match is already booked in and confirmed for Wrestlepalooza. What happens after that, we'll just have to wait and see. So let's not waste any more time and let's dive into the first show of this episode. Okay, and here we are, and as always, ignore what's on the screen. Let's take a look at that question of the week, and this one is a fun one. Get your fantasy booking creative hats on, guys. I want you to bring back one wrestling promotion that no longer is active into the modern day, obviously. And what I want you guys to do is, 1, tell me what promotion you're bringing back. 2, tell me who is the new owner, who's running it, who's the head booker. And 3, who is or are your aces of the promotion. Let's just go full fantasy booking mode. You can hire anyone. Try and keep it realistic-ish, if that makes sense. Like, you're not going to bring back FMW, for example, our partners in this series, and then have Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins as the aces, because they don't really fit the style and the vibe of that company. But for me, I've thought long and hard about this, and I got very excited while thinking about it. And I'm really tempted to maybe do a series in the future where I bring Lucha Underground back. That was a time period, wasn't it? Lucha Underground was incredible. They almost never missed with anything that they did, in my opinion. And I would bring back 2 aces. Actually, wait, who's running it? I'd bring back Dario Cueto to be the face of of authority. But I'd probably bring in some of the WWE producers to actually run it, like some of the guys that are proper nailing it. I know that Jamie Noble does some really good work. TJ Wilson, so Tyson Kidd, does some really good work. And then I'd bring in a Mexican luchador legend, maybe Rey Mysterio when he hangs up his boots, to be a booker or something like that. I don't know. So I just want people with mad creativity to be running it. And then in terms of aces, I like to think, I'm already booking it in my head. I'm going to have one face ace, one heel ace, and they'll kind of be going at it throughout the first season or so. And I'd bring Ricochet in. I wouldn't bring him back as Prince Puma, although it could be good to bring him back as Prince Puma, and then the storyline could be mask versus mask match. He loses, we get Ricochet. Whoa, big reveal. But he doesn't go by Ricochet, he'll go by Puma or something, I don't know. And then I'd like to bring in Santos Escobar, also known as El Hijo del Fantasma, as the heel. I think he's really good at playing a heel. And he's so underutilized. Both these men. Ricochet's getting a bit more now, and there's obviously Santos with the Legado del Fantasma and stuff. But I think both of them are massively underutilized and could be main event talents. Down the line, Pentagon's got to come back in as well. He's insane. If you haven't seen any Pentagon action from Lucha Underground, I'd implore you to look it up. I think the Internet Archive has all the episodes. Jump on there. Just type in Lucha Underground Internet Archive. I think it comes up. All the episodes are there. And we could just bring a few, unsung heroes from AEW, New Japan, CMLL, or you can get a partnership with one of them. But that's what I would do. Obviously, ECW is staring us in the face. I'd love to bring something like that back, but I just don't think in modern day this would work. There'd be far too many injuries. The cost of insuring people alone would be way too much. But who gives a shit? If you want to book it, book it. Let me know in the comment section. Really excited to hear these, because you know, this is the stuff that I enjoy. But we are here in the first segment of the show. So once you guys have popped your question down below, you can resume playing from here. And Taz opens the show. You know, he's obviously a happy little boy because he has won the number one contender spot and is officially, finally, getting Shane Douglas one-on-one for that ECW title. So we are here in ECW as Taz's theme hits and he strides confidently to the ring. The happiest that we've seen him since probably the beginning of this series. Taz grabs a mic and says, you know, last week I proved to everyone what I've been saying all along, that I'm the baddest son of a bitch in ECW. The crowd then break out into son of a bitch, Taz, and ECW chants. Taz continues, and now Shane Douglas, the franchise, the worst ECW world champion we've ever had. You finally got yourself an official problem. You see, Shane, I'm the number one contender, and at Wrestlepalooza, that strap is mine. You've been ducking, diving, and avoiding me with multi-man matches, fan votes, your cronies, and the Sandman, because you know deep down your days as champ are numbered. The crowd then, you know, pop because they're like, wow, Taz as champion, can't wait. And now let's talk about those cronies, he continues. What a joke. I mean, Bam Bam, Candido, they're top tier athletes, but the most stupid fools I've ever come across. They don't need you holding them back, Shane, telling them what to do 24/7. The both of you should take that title from Shane whenever you want. No, the both of you could, sorry, I can't read, take that title from Shane whenever you felt like it. Taz then leans into the camera that's currently recording him, and he goes, Bam Bam, Candido, you boys listening? You're better off without this chump. And when I become ECW champion, you'll be looking at a new face of ECW. And Shane, you'll be all alone. Taz then drops the mic as his music hits again, and he exits the ring to a sea of cheers and applause, you know, leaving everyone electrified and just super excited for the match between him and Shane Douglas. So yeah, Taz, you know, cutting some fine words here about Shane Douglas, saying that Candido, Bam Bam are better off without him, you know. Maybe you don't need Shane to tell you what to do. You're your own men, and you're damn good men at it. So, you know, there's a nice message in there. I know it's obviously targeted to shit on Shane, but yeah, 75 for that promo, pretty good. As Taz is walking back to, you know, the backstage area, we quickly cut to Shane Douglas, who is watching on and is not happy. So we then cut backstage to where the franchise is watching the show from a TV. He's seen pacing back and forth, angry at the words shared by Taz. He then turns to Bam Bam Bigelow and says, Bam Bam, when Taz gets back here, you go out there and you jump him. Send a message from the triple threat. Let him know that he can't talk trash about me or you guys and get away with it. Bam Bam hesitates for a second, crosses his massive arms, looking a little bit unimpressed by Shane, and says, hold up, Shane. I hear what you're saying, man, but just because you got that world title, don't mean that you can just tell me what to do like I'm some lackey. Shane then stops pacing, turns and glares at Bam Bam. He goes, what? I'm the leader of Triple Threat, and you're part of this team. So if I say for you to take care of Taz, you take care of Taz. You got it? Bam Bam remains defiant, staring back at Shane, not even blinking. He says, whoa, Shane, I've got respect for you, and I am a member of Triple Threat. But don't forget, I'm my own man. I ain't your lapdog. Shane then snaps back without hesitation and says, you listen to me. This, pointing at his title, ain't just about me. It's about the Triple Threat. You cross me on this, Bam Bam. You might regret it. Bam Bam then takes a big step closer to Shane, towering over him, and says, will I? The tension builds as Shane and Bam Bam lock eyes, neither of them backing down. Suddenly, Francine steps in between them, trying to defuse the situation. Boys, let's not do this right now. Shane, calm down. Bam Bam, relax, okay? Shane's only doing what's best for the Triple Threat. Shane then huffs in frustration, turns away, and storms off, followed closely by Francine. Bam Bam watches them on, his expression completely unreadable, before turning and walking off in the opposite direction as the camera fades to black and we return to the ring. So yeah, lovely little promo here, just showing, you know, maybe the words have got to Bam Bam a little bit. Is he starting to realise that, you know, hold on, I am my own man. Maybe I don't need the triple threat. Maybe it's the triple threat that need me. Oh, you know, the cogs are cogging, whatever they do. I don't know, the cogs turn, don't they? The cogs are turning. So yeah, the attack on Taz didn't happen. And Shane and Bam Bam have left, walking off in a huff. But we do return to the ring as we get some tag team action. It's between the team of Tommy Dreamer and Rhino taking on the Can-Am Express. And, you know, fairly decent match. We get a nice win from Tommy Dreamer and Rhino as Rhino pins Doug Furnace with the gore. 0.5 jump for both Dreamer and Rhino here, which is really, really good. Doug drops a little bit. Phil LaFon just sitting pretty, you know, not losing any pop. 82 from the crowd, lovely, lovely. A 2.5 match quality, which isn't too bad. And a 66 overall, so I'll take that. That's fine. Good win here for Tommy Dreamer and Rhino. As you know, they continue a pretty good streak. Like, as a team, and even when they're teaming with, you know, the Sandman that they did recently and other things, they don't lose. So, we'll have to wait and see. We do head backstage now as we've got a really unlikely duo having a conversation. Devon Dudley is seen entering the locker room, urgently looking to speak with his younger brother and tormentee, Spike. Devon approaches Spike and goes, "Spike, my man, listen to me. You got to do something about Chainsaw. He's out of control, man. Bubba hasn't slept in days. Gartner won't hang with us anymore, and Sign Guy can... Well, he's okay, but still... We can't have him running wild in ECW. You need to send him back to that asylum in Dudleyville now." Spike, looking concerned and also surprised at Devon, just shakes his head slowly and says, "Devon, you know I can't control Chainsaw. He's here to protect me, you know, from guys like you and Bubba Ray." Devon takes a deep breath, frustrated and trying to reason with Spike, and he says, "Protect you? Brother, he's a loose cannon. He's going to kill someone if we don't stop him." Suddenly, the distant sound of a chainsaw revving echoes through the hallway, growing louder and louder and louder. Devon's head snaps around, left, right, behind him, looking to see where the sound is coming from, and just mutters, "Oh no, not again," as he has his eyes widen in fear and turns and bolts down the hallway, disappearing from view, flailing his arms in a comedic fashion. Spike watches his brother from another mother run off, torn between the concern that he does have for Devon and Bubba, and also the recent bullying that he's received from Devon and Bubba. What does he do? Who knows? But yeah, a fun little segment here. You know, Chainsaw Dudley still running wild, clearly gunning for Bubba and Devon. Devon trying to reason with Spike. But Spike's like, "Look, he's here to protect me. So, you know, if you guys weren't dicks, it wouldn't have had to come to this." So yeah, really good promo here. I mean, these guys are great. Their entertainment skills are top notch. So I will take it. Following on from this, though, we are back in the ring and we have a debut. And yeah, it's someone that you know we've hired. It's Satoshi Kajima as he takes on the Golden Boy in ECW that hasn't seen much TV time lately, Joey Munoz. And in not a bad match, to be fair, Joey Munoz gets the win. Yeah, Kajima, just because you're a big name in Japan doesn't mean you're a big name in ECW. Our boy Munoz puts you away in 11 minutes with the 1, 2, 3. Munoz gets a nice jump in popularity here. Kajima drops a little, which, you know, sucks, but oh well. But yeah, we went for a steal the show here, so everyone up their game, which is really good. Munoz got a boost in performance. Harley Race did some really good work, and Kajima helps everyone. So, you know, a really good result all round. A 70 overall, 88 from the crowd, and a 75 match quality, which is really, really nice to see. We cut backstage again because we've got a tag team who have got something to say. And it is between Tommy Dreamer and Rhino. So backstage in the ECW locker room, Tommy Dreamer stands in front of the camera with Rhino by his side, both with a determined and focused look. Dreamer goes, "Hey ECW fans, me and Rhino, we ain't here to play games. We've been stringing win after win after win after win, which can only mean one thing. That's right, we're coming for those ECW tag team titles, and we're taking them at Wrestlepalooza. So Pitbulls, you better be ready, because we're coming to bring the fight. Your reign will be short-lived, and we'll see you at the biggest show of them all. The camera then zooms in on Tommy's determined expression before cutting to black as we head to commercial. So that is another match confirmed for Wrestlepalooza. Tommy Dreamer and Rhino will team up to face the Pitbulls for the ECW World Tag Team Championships. Really good promo here from Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, not much to say. The match is official. Joey Styles puts over on commentary. I don't know. We return from commercial to head to our main event. We're at the main event already, and it is a fun exhibition match between Lance Storm and Two Cold Scorpio, some of our best in-ring competitors, which hopefully will be a really good match. 69, okay, but whoa, that 4-match star quality. Let's just run through the things first. Lance Storm gets the win in a really good main event match. Got some nice little boost. It was made to look like a threat because we wanted Lance Storm to come out of this looking really strong. Lance Storm, even though it was made to look like a threat, didn't grow in popularity anywhere. Two Cold Scorpio the same, no loss as well, which is actually pretty good. Heyman did some really good agent work here. 79 from the crowd. They loved a bit of old school wrestling. An 83 match quality, which is awesome to see. But a 69 overall. You know, it was probably a bit of a tame affair for the audience, but still a really good main event. But the show's not over, because Lance Storm, immediately after getting this win, you know, he's looked quite frustrated and determined in this match. Of course, if you remember, losing the tag team titles because of Candido, his tag team partner. He grabs a mic and he stands victorious in the ring after defeating Two Cold Scorpio, because he's got something to say. He says, "Listen up. This message is for Chris Candido. Enough is enough. I've had to endure being your tag team partner for months, defending those belts, and you go and end the reign like that? No, that's it. You and me, Wrestlepalooza, one-on-one in the ring. I'm going to kick your ass and prove I'm the better man." Lance Storm looks around, expecting some kind of response, you know, Candido to come out, Triple Threat to come out, but nothing happens. The crowd are just kind of jeering, you know, hoping that this match comes to fruition. "Candido," he continues, "you better accept, because I'm not backing down. This ends at Wrestlepalooza." The camera then fades out as Lance Storm holds the mic high, his challenge echoing through the arena as we end the show. And we would have got a 70, which again, awesome score. I mean, if we had more money, I definitely would be up in the production, but, you know, we don't. So I'd rather make a load of money and kind of get our popularity to around 55, and then we start growing again. But yeah, I'm just going to slowly scroll through this. So, you know, Taz has got, you know, the little voices in Candido and Bam Bam's head. We've got that world title match happening. We've also got the World Tag Team Championship match happening between Dreamer and Rhino against the Pitbulls. Devon pleading with Spike to do something about Chainsaw Dudley. A kind of flat debut from Satoshi Kajima. And then Lance Storm has set the challenge. He's requested a match against Chris Candido at Wrestlepalooza. And that is the end of this one. So let's end the show. See if we've got any news in the days or weeks. Drago has entered the world of wrestling. That's cool. That's weird. We were just talking about Lucha Underground, and he was one of the originals. That's crazy. Obviously a more modern picture. 22-year-old Drago. That'd be pretty cool to bring him. He's got pretty good stats as well. You know, 70, 68 entertainment. Psychology's decent. Stamina's decent. Oh. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But let's just move on the next few days. See if there's any news that pops up. There's no point in just cutting and moving on. So what's this? Oh, Charlie Haas. Yeah, not going to lie. I brought Charlie Haas in. He will feature, I think, next episode. He's just someone to job out for now. You know, we might use him for something else, but he wants to work with Kojima. Does that mean tag team with him, or let's accept it, because why not? And then let's go 2nd of May. Let's look in the office. You were promised a match against Kajima. Oh, we can do that. 30 days away. We can do it on this episode after Wrestlepalooza. Yeah, sorted. Let's just keep moving and see if we get any more emails that spoil any more signings. Nothing new here. Nothing new here. Nothing new here. Yeah, you know. At least the game goes quick, you know what I mean? Like, we're almost at our next show already. We've got the weekly war reports here. We are the winner in the best wrestling skill again. Wow. Doesn't matter. We got 2 wins here. I mean, how do we not go to war with them? Because, as I said, it's hurting our popularity. Is there a way for us to not go to war? If I go to relationships. Oh, no, that's people relationships. Promotions. If we go to WWF. Propose working relationship. What does that do? Do you want to ask someone to become your ally? Yeah. Rejects your offer as they're not comfortable with the size of promotion in comparison to their own. Okay. Let's try the same with WCW. They rejected. Okay, but how do we be friends with them? I don't want to be rivals of them. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's a stellar main event scene. Look at that. And then even here, you got Booker T, Chavo. I mean, Juve's on a paper appearance. We could bring him in whenever we want, which I might do sometime soon. Rey Mysterio, I'd love to bring him in. He'd be good fun. I basically want to rehire all those like ECW like 93 to 95 guys that are now in WCW and WWF. But let's move on to the final day, which is nothing. Although we've got some contract renewals here for Owen Hart and Jim Neidhart. Should we try and make an offer for Owen Hart? I wonder how much Owen Hart won. Let's take a look. Owen. Begin negotiations. How much do you want? 50,000? No way. Yeah. So yeah, nothing crazy happened. So let's just dive straight into the next episode of Hardcore TV. Okay, and here we are. And once again, if you haven't answered the question of the week, it's right there. Please answer it. But other than that, let's dive straight into the show. And we open with a kind of a banger. Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, who debuted at Living Dangerously against Rob Van Dam and got a huge win as well, takes on Danny Doring in our opening affair here. Of course, Sabu is ringside supporting Christopher Daniels as they formed a kind of friendship at the moment. We got an 85 from the crowd as Christopher Daniels gets the win in 14 minutes. An 84 match quality. I mean, we're beating WCW again easily in that skill thing. Was it WCW or WWF we defeated? I don't know. But a 72 overall, so that's a really strong start to the show. We got a great amount of, positives here. No one gained popularity, which is interesting. Danny Doran's kind of a hidden gem. He's got really good stats. So you can see here, like selling, boosting performance because of his gimmick, star power. Christopher Daniels as well is not a hidden gem. He's a gem. So yeah, expect him to have a really big career in this save. But moving on from this, Sabu and Daniels are celebrating in the ring when suddenly Rob Van Dam makes his entrance. The crowd erupt in chants of Rob Van Dam as he confidently struts down to the ring, microphone in hand, and he points to Sabu and says, "Sabu, my man, we've been through a lot together, but let's face it, you've got your hands busy with your new little pet here, and let's be real, I've outgrown you. I've surpassed you in every way possible. I've got more charisma, I've got more strength, I've got more speed, I've got everything. I'm the whole damn show, dude." Sabu's expression turns quite serious, but he remains calm, gesturing for a mic as well. He then raises the mic to his lips and says, "Rob, we have had our battles, our highs, and more recently our lows. But you claiming that you're better than me? I think it's time that you were taught a lesson. Not by someone new, not by someone old, but by me. Let's settle this once and for all. Let's find out who the better wrestler is. You and me, Wrestlepalooza. Let's see who the real king of this ring is." The crowd then cheer with a mixture of Sabu, Rob Van Dam, yes chants, wanting this match to happen. Rob Van Dam has just stood there laughing, like audibly laughing. And he goes, you're on, Sabu. Wrestlepalooza it is. Get ready to find out who truly is the best in ECW, as Rob Van Dam does his signature Rob Van Dam as the crowd chant along. The two men then stare each other down as the camera zooms in on both of them as we head to a quick commercial break. But that match is official. RVD, Sabu, Wrestlepalooza. Who is the better man? We will have to wait and see. But yeah, really good segment here. RVD and Sabu have both got crazy good star power and all of that. So yeah, really good segment here as a huge match is confirmed. We cut back to the show. Commercials are over. You've seen the Pepsi adverts and all that crap. As we get a singles match between Stevie Richards and Mikey Whipwreck, with obviously the rest of BWO ringside. And Stevie Richards gets a nice, comfortable win in 11 minutes against Mikey Whipwreck. An 80 crowd reaction, a 3-star match, 75, which is really, really good. And a 66 overall. Stevie jumping in a little bit of pop. Mikey dropping just a little bit. Not much to note about this, just a fun little match. Stevie getting the win, BWO celebrating post-match, the usual antics that we see from those men. But we do head backstage now as Spike Dudley nervously approaches the door of the Dudley Boyz locker room, takes a deep breath before knocking and says, hey guys, it's me, Spike. Can we talk for a moment? The door opens to reveal Bubba Ray and Devon, both looking surprised to see Spike, but cautious that Chainsaw could be somewhere nearby. Bubba turns to Spike and says, you better have a good reason for interrupting us, boy. Spike then steps into the locker room and says, look, guys, about Chainsaw Dudley. I think you're right. He's out of control, but I think I know how to calm him down. He wants revenge for what's happened between us, the Dudleys. But maybe there's a way to make things right. Devon then turns, crosses his arms, skeptical, and says, go on. Spike then takes a deep breath and a small step back as he says, Chainsaw, he said that the only way that he'll forgive you both is if I kick Bubba's ass in a tables match. I mean, it's the only way to make things right. Bubba Ray's expression darkens as he stands up, steps closer to Spike and says, oh, is that right, Spike? Chainsaw said that. You think that you can take me in a tables match? You think that's what it's going to take to have Chainsaw go back to the asylum? Spike looks uneasy, kind of cowers a little bit, but takes a breath and stands his ground. And he says, it's the only way, Bubba. We have to do this. It's the only way to end this madness between the Dudleys. I want to prove to you and Devon and all the other Dudleys out there that I'm not just a little runt and that I'm a real Dudley boy. Bubba smirks and then suddenly grabs Spike by the collar, lifting him off the ground a little. And he says, fine. You want a match, little boy? Let's do it at Wrestlepalooza, you got it? Me and you, one-on-one, in a tables match. No Devon, no sign guy, no Chainsaw. Just the two of us. But don't think for a second you're going to walk away unbroken. Spike nods as he's released by Bubba's grasp. It's a deal, Bubba. I'll see you at Wrestlepalooza. Spike quickly exits the scene as Bubba Ray and Devon exchange a look as the match is set. Spike Dudley versus Bubba Ray Dudley. One-on-one, no other Dudleys allowed in a tables match. Can Spike finally prove to his Dudley brothers that he is a real Dudley? And that is, of course, without the help of New Jack, Chainsaw Dudley, etc. So yeah, that should be a really, really good fun affair. I mean, Bubba Ray has been killing it lately in singles matches and in tag team matches. Spike as well is a favourite of mine, so I'm hoping that'll be a good one. And of course, the looming prospect of Devon or Chainsaw, you never know, could be quite exciting. Following on from this, though, we stay backstage as the Blue World Order are celebrating Stevie's earlier victory. The mood is upbeat, they're high-fiving each other, they're cheering, they're dancing, when suddenly, out of nowhere, the full-blooded Italians, Lil Guido, Tracy Smothers and Tommy Rich, and a mysterious, giant, masked figure storm into the BWO celebration. The FBI members waste no time launching a brutal assault on the unsuspecting BWO members. The masked man, of course, joining in as well, adding to the chaos and the brutality. Stevie Richards, the Blue Meanie, Nova, they're all completely overwhelmed, caught off by guard by this sudden attack. They try to fight back, but unfortunately the numbers and the size of this masked man are against them. After several punishing moments, the FBI and the masked man stand over the fallen BWO members. Tommy, Rich and Guido exchange a menacing glance as Tommy leans down to Stevie and says, "Hey, you thought you could mess with the FBI and get away with it? Well, tonight, you pay the price. Consider this lesson 1 in respect." The FBI and the masked man smirk as they walk away, leaving the BWO members sprawled on the ground, nursing their wounds. The camera lingers on the BWO for a moment, but the real question is, who was the masked man with the FBI? That's something that we're going to have to wait and see. Have the FBI recruited a new member, or have they just got a hired gun? Who knows? But it seems like this rivalry between FBI and BWO is far from over. This does take us to our main event tonight, and it is Bam Bam Bigelow. You know, he wanted to let off a little bit of steam, so he requested a match. And Paul Heyman said, "You know what, Bam Bam, I'm not going to say no to you. Have a match. But have a match against a new signing." No, it's not Charlie Haas. It's another new signing, another person that we've just brought in to lose a couple of matches, feel them out, see what they're doing. And this is someone who I think we saw enter the world of wrestling earlier in the series, and someone who I think will probably fit the ECW style. It is none other than Necro Butcher. And this is, I think this is a hardcore match, I put this as. And we got a major spot, of course. I think Necro Butcher went through something, you know, he likes to punish himself, sorry. But yeah, really good match here. A 90% crowd reaction, a 3-star match quality, 80%, and a 72 overall. Not bad. I will take that. Maybe Necro Butcher is someone we should take a look at a little bit more. But it was a simple 9-minute match. You know, Bam Bam can't go too long, so we kept it short. We threw the major spot in, and of course Harley Race, our #1 agent, putting in the work to make the match a little bit better than it probably was. And yeah, Bam Bam gets a really convincing win, you know, all on his own, no triple threat members with him. Yeah, not much else to say. So let's end the show and see our final score. Would have got a 69, nice. But of course, we're capped at 55, as you guys know. But yeah, some events in this one. Daniels gets a really good opening win. RVD and Sabu is happening at Wrestlepalooza, as is Spike versus Bubba Ray in a tables match. And then, of course, the BWO were attacked by the FBI and the masked man. Who is that masked man? We'll have to wait and see. Feel free to guess down below. I promise you're not going to get it. If anyone can guess who the masked man is before he's revealed, I will give you my channel. I'm not joking. I will give you this channel. Okay. And then, of course, in the main event, Bam Bam gets a nice big win over Necro Butcher. And yeah, that is the end. Let's go back to the office, see if we got any interesting emails. Owen has signed for WCW. He has left WWF. Will this bite WCW in the arse? Because I know that 90% of the people are picking WCW over WWF. So is this a case of them spending too much money and then it biting them in the arse? We'll have to wait and see. Let's just quickly renegotiate another 60 days for Devon Storm, because we always need another jobber. And then, yeah, we've got the max attendance, 70k. Love that. The money all went down a little bit. Oh, why? Interesting. Let's take a look at the event histories just to see if WrestleMania happened. Not yet, but we can check when WrestleMania is. All promotions. There we go. Events. WrestleMania is the first Sunday in March. Oh, we missed it. We missed it already. Okay, so it's not using the modern timeline. What about WCW? Theirs is November, isn't it? Starrcade, yeah. Oh, December Starrcade. I thought Starrcade was November. Oh, who knows? Well, there hasn't been a Starcade yet, but let's go back and look at WWF's WrestleMania. Just because why not? All promotions. The WWF. Let's go March. Where is WrestleMania? There it is. Let's take it. A sold out 10,000. Oh, you could have done a bigger one than that. Come on. Let's have a look through it slowly. That's how we'll end the show. So the WWF Women's Championship, Chyna defeated Lisa Moretti. We then had Ken Shamrock versus Bombastic Bob, with Ken Shamrock coming out with the win. The Light Heavyweight Championship between Taka Michinoku. Ahmed Johnson is not a light heavyweight. No way. But he is the new Light Heavyweight Champion. We've then got Triple H from 2007. Taking on Jeff Jarrett for the European title, and of course Triple H comes out with the win. There's then an angle involving Jeff Jarrett and Road Warrior Hawk for some reason. We then get the World Tag Team Championships between the APA and the Road Warriors. The APA for some reason using that WWE 2K12 image of Bradshaw there, but the APA do come out with the win. We then get the Intercontinental Championship between The Rock and Henry O. Godwin. Okay, and The Rock comes out with the win. And then the main event is Stone Cold Steve Austin against Vader, who I'm a big fan of Vader. I'd love to get him in ECW. Where Stone Cold comes out with a win with an 81. And what was the overall score? 70. So their WrestleMania was a 70. We need to top that. I know we're going to be capped at 55, but we need to top what score we would have got. That's what I want to do. Obviously, we're not top viewers, but yeah. But that's it for this one. That is everything. We've got a few matches confirmed for Wrestlepalooza, and you best believe we're going to have a few more confirmed in the next 2 shows as well. So yeah, hold tight, be patient. Wrestlepalooza is on the horizon. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see all of you in the next one.